Hi guys, assalamu alaikum, hello, namaste, sayonara. Is it sayonara? I don't know. I think we've lost track of time and lost track of greetings because we're just doing these Zoom meetings now. With me today is in Masala Talks lockdown mode. We are locked down with Faran Tahir. Many of you know Faran from Ironman, from 12 Monkeys, which is one of my absolute favorite series on television. And if you haven't watched it, check it out. It should be somewhere online since we all have now time to binge watch stuff. So Sci-Fi Channel aired this great series. Farhan has also been very active on theater. I think the last time we spoke, Farhan, you were doing Othello or Hamlet, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I've done both. I think it was probably Othello.
Othello.
Yeah,
So
I think it was Othello. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, welcome, Farhan. Farhan, how are you? Sorry, not Farhan.
I am.
Farhan, right? Yes. Sorry. Why am I saying Farhan?
Yes.
I think the isolation has gotten to me. The quarantine has
Well,
now.
look. I mean, it's also because Farhan is a more known name,
Yes,
so
maybe
people tend to
Farhan.
go there. Yeah,
Farhan.
but mine is without DH. My
Yes.
H comes after. That's my middle initial. So
Oh, oh, I
yeah.
didn't know
So
this.
let's
Oh.
yeah. So let's keep that H out of the name, and we'll just
Farhan
use
Tahir,
Farhan. Yes.
everyone.
Yes,
Welcome to
that's me.
Masala Talks. We're definitely in lockdown mode. And
We are.
yeah, how's it going? How's it been with you guys? US
It's
is,
it's
yeah,
yeah. US has been hit pretty hard.
yeah.
I think we were a little behind behind in our preparation and
You're
really
in San
understanding
Diego
the.
right now, right?
I'm in San Diego. Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
thankfully, San Diego has not been hit as hard, which is
Okay,
great. I mean, I think
okay,
California took some really good measures and well in advance
okay,
to kind of curb this.
okay. That's
So
good to know.
thankfully we are good. But
Okay.
I mean, in the process, I have lost some good friends.
Oh my God, I'm so
So,
sorry.
yeah, I mean, look, no, I know. I mean, it's not an easy thing, but the point is that this virus, it knows no color, it knows no religion, it knows no gender, it knows no class.
Hmm.
It can
Hmm.
hit any and all of us,
Hmm.
and it's not just a question of me getting it.
Hmm.
It is also a question of me giving it to someone
Hmm.
unbeknownst to me.
Hmm. True.
And I always think about the fact that God forbid if I do that to
Hmm.
someone that I
Hmm.
love,
Hmm.
how will I live with that for the rest of my life? So I
Of
think
course.
we need to be responsible.
Hmm.
We need to take it seriously,
Hmm.
and at the same time, we need to also find positivity.
Yeah.
I mean,
Caught up
we can't go
on
so
the bad
dark
news.
in this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, so I think we need to find that, and I've been saying this a lot, that let's be physically distant.
Hmm.
Let's connect socially as
Hmm.
we are doing on social
Yes.
network, and let's
Yeah.
be spiritually not distant, even
Hmm.
from ourselves or from others.
Hmm.
Find
Hmm.
that empathy, find that compassion,
Hmm.
find that willingness to share and to help,
Hmm.
and hopefully we'll get through this.
Inshallah. Farhan, tell me, you talked about being kind. I've been asking this question from everyone who's joined me on the show that tell me that any one incident that stood out for you particularly, in which you saw that in times of such darkness and in times of such panic and fear, there was some act of kindness that made you believe in the goodness of human race again. Did you see anything like that? Did anything? It could be anything, a tweet or
Yeah, I mean,
anything.
I've seen a lot of it. I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen tweets, I've seen Instagram posts, I've
Hmm.
seen all of that. But I think the thing that really touches me
Hmm.
is what I see with my own naked eyes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Where people are doing things for each other
Hmm.
without really making it into a favor.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, Making sure that this old lady who can't reach up and get whatever she's trying to get from the grocery store, and somebody else does it, but
Hmm.
hands it to them, and it goes and gets a paper towel and then does it, so that, you
Hmm.
know what I mean. So people
I
are
do.
being considerate. So I mean, those are little things. We
Hmm.
Yes, we want to change the world, but we can't
Yeah.
change the world unless we find that kindness in us, and not as a favor, but
Hmm.
as a natural state of being.
Hmm.
And I am seeing that a lot. I mean, I'm seeing people going around knocking on doors, even in my neighborhood, and saying that, look, if They're people who are older, and
Mm.
just asking them, saying that, look, if you need me to go to the grocery store,
Mm.
I'll be more. So those, I think it's the level on a community level, on an
Mm.
individual level, the kindness that I'm seeing in people. That really kind of gives me hope that
Mm.
we can get through this and hopefully become better human beings.
And this will become
I
the new
hope.
normal, being kind to everyone.
I hope so. I
Hmm.
mean, God knows we need it.
We do, we do. And we were just
We
talking
need it.
about before we started that we were talking about the way that we live, and you made a really good point, and I want to share this point with everyone. What you wanted to say was how we treat nature and how nature is sort of lashing back at us with this. So can you just share with us again? There was such a lovely point you made about how this new normal should hopefully help us change the way we interact with wildlife and
Yeah,
life in
I
general.
really hope so because I mean, look, I mean, I don't think anyone who believes that this pandemic is an isolated incident
Mm,
is fooling themselves.
mm,
I mean, it's because it is, and it has been happening over and over again. We had the
yeah,
bird flu, we had the mad cow disease, we had
yeah,
SARS,
yeah.
we had. So my point is that we have not been kind and
Mm,
responsible towards nature.
yes,
We have polluted our
true.
oceans, we have polluted our air, we have polluted our earth, we
Mm,
have constantly pushed uh, animals and other wildlife and even just natural life out of their habitat.
mm,
And we keep doing this over. We have done this to humans,
mm,
let alone animals. We do it all over the world. So, so my point is that if we don't change, if
mm,
we don't find the responsibility and kindness, we have been given the charge, if you believe in God or whatever,
mm,
as human beings, we've been given the charge to
mm,
lead this earth,
mm,
but not lead by being dictators of this earth,
mm,
but being kind and friendly to this earth.
mm,
And that's what we are not doing. So I mean, as I was saying earlier, I've been doing some reading up on this idea of zoonotic transfer, which is how do people get diseases from animals. And it makes total sense
mm,
because animals can carry their own viruses and they can keep on, their systems can keep on fighting them because they have a different body temperature or whatever.
mm,
But whenever animals or humans are under
mm.
stress, I mean, even as humans, sometimes when you and I are under stress, we tend to get sick
Yeah, and our bodies
because
respond to
our
it. Yeah.
because I mean our defense mechanism is down, right?
Yes.
So I
Yes.
think what we have done over and over and over again to animals and to nature is that we have put other life forms in such stress
Mm,
that we are making it hard for them to
mm,
fight those. I mean, to have that defense mechanism,
mm,
and then these viruses and these diseases emerge,
mm,
and we get them. So
mm,
it is a war from nature to let
mm,
us know that, look, guys,
mm,
time out, go to your room,
mm.
think about it for a second.
It's a very big
What you're
timeout.
doing. It is a huge timeout. And
Yeah.
my hope is that we don't go back to the same definition of normalcy that
Mm.
we have carried all
But
this
I don't
time.
think we're learning, Farhan. I don't think we're
Well, I mean, look, I mean, hope springs eternal. So
mm,
I'm going to hope that
mm,
maybe not all of us will learn.
mm,
I mean, I hope that we will
mm,
all learn,
mm,
but maybe we will not all learn.
mm,
Maybe some of us will learn. Some of us might become a little bit more active, a little bit more conscientious. That
mm,
when you drink a bottle of water,
mm,
don't just toss it.
mm.
You know what I mean? I mean,
I
there's a
know.
little things that we can change in our own lives
Yeah,
that
that's
we
true.
must change.
Mm,
So I think that's what it is. I think we really, this time that we have been given or has been imposed on us,
mm,
we should take this time for some self reflection.
mm.
But at the same time, let's not get so self reflective that we stop seeing others.
Yeah,
That becomes selfish. You
yeah,
know,
that's true.
be self reflective in order to be selfless,
Hmm. Hmm.
and find
Yeah.
that empathy, find that compassion,
Hmm.
find your place in the world, what your responsibility is to you, to others, to everyone.
Hmm.
Find your own worth,
Hmm.
find other people's worth. So I hope that this process gives us that I mean, that's what I've been trying to grapple with in my own life and
Hmm.
see, where do I stand, what have I done, how do
Hmm.
I change some of the things that I've done. uh, so we'll see. I mean, I'm hopeful, but then again, uh, all madmen are hopeful. So,
But like you said,
yeah,
hope springs eternal, and I think
exactly.
without hope, we don't have anything. What do we have
We have
if we
nothing.
don't have?
We have nothing.
Yeah. So
Look,
I
I mean,
just,
all hope is everything. Like, look,
yeah.
what is faith? What is religion? What is any of
Hmm.
this?
Yeah.
It's the
Any of
hope
it.
that we can do better than who we are.
Yeah.
We can call our better angels
Yeah.
to guide us. That's what
Yeah.
hope is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree, and I think that's such a beautiful thought, to emerge out of the crisis with better understanding of ourselves and our environment.
Yeah.
Farhan, also tell me that you were in the show that I was talking about, 12 Monkeys. And whenever, since the
Yeah.
moment it started, we've been having this discussion at home. My husband and I, we were great fans of the show. And it's just so much of it was like, there were scenes with the masks and the doctors,
Yeah.
and all of it was so reminiscent of 12 Monkeys, and the fact that the virus mutated in the series, and we were like, we actually gave each other these references that we really hope that doesn't happen. How does it feel to see it happen when you've been a part of something like that? Obviously your role and the arc of the show was a lot more much higher sci-fi,
Dramatic. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
dramatic, and obviously
Yeah.
the level of crazy was much bigger. But um, right now there is so much similarity between the show and what's happening right now. So do you guys, has any of the old cast connected with you? Have you talked to any of the writers or the showrunners, and have you thought of how fearfully it's imitating that life and reality and that bridge?
Yeah, I mean, we have been, I mean, the writers and the actors, and we have been like, going back and forth on Twitter, Instagram, and texts
Hmm.
and all that, because we're like, uh, this is only
Okay.
just fast forward. I
Oh
mean,
my god.
even if that was true,
Yeah.
that's, fast forward many years later, but that
Yeah.
thing started somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it is a little eerie.
Yeah.
It is a little crazy.
Hmm.
Uh, but it is also a good way to learn a lesson that if we keep staying on the track that we are on,
Yeah.
that is not an improbability.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
that can happen, maybe not exactly in an
Yeah.
identical form, but
Yeah.
we could head there. We could head
Yeah.
there
In its
if
own
we
way.
don't. Yeah, and if we don't learn the lessons, if we don't listen to science, if we don't
Hmm.
listen to people who are telling us over and over again that
Hmm.
environment and all of this, if you're not taking care of it,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
we can end up there. So
Yeah.
it is a little bit eerie and being part of it and kind of live in that reality, although
Yeah.
although make believe,
Hmm.
it does kind of like give you a
But
little
not
pause.
really. Like,
Yeah, I know,
wow.
I know. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, we were just talking about it, and I was like, oh my God, I can actually see those scenes where the scavengers are there and they're looking for food, and you can see
yeah,
you see
yeah,
it, in India, or you see in other countries where the migrant workers are there, and then in Pakistan you had those riots as well with the doctors and everything. It was like quite freakishly
yeah.
similar to
Oh
12
yes, oh
Monkeys,
yes.
and I
Yeah,
was
I mean,
like,
they say art imitates life and life imitates
yeah,
art, right?
it's just a very, yeah, symbiotic
Yeah.
relationship it ended up in.
Yes, it is. It is.
So Farhan, tell me, what other shows are you watching to get through? Do you have any recommendations for your fans and viewers and our viewers, or have you tried something different? How is it that you're spending your time?
I am watching less television. I
Oh,
thought
okay.
when we got into this, I really
Hmm.
thought that I was going to binge watch everything that I haven't watched
Really?
so far.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, that was like, what? Let's get started.
yeah.
Let's
Let's get
get my
cracking on
couch.
this.
Yeah, it's like get my comforter. Let's get on the couch and let's watch
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
But ironically, that's not what I've been doing.
yeah.
I've been doing more writing.
Oh.
I've been doing more thinking. I've been doing more reading.
Hmm.
Uh, the things that were part of my life,
Hmm.
but because life gets so fast and so crazy for us
Hmm.
that we don't take that moment.
Hmm.
So I've been working more on those lines. I mean, yeah, I
Hmm.
watch TV.
Hmm.
I'll turn on some silly. I can't watch anything
Mm.
that is too, I don't know, tragic or
Oh,
too dramatic right now. It needs to be something really
fun and
just kind
light.
of that takes my, yeah, just takes my mind off of things,
Mm.
whatever
I
that
get
might
that.
be.
I get that.
Right? I mean, because there's too much happening right now in our
Yeah,
life.
yeah. Life is too real, anyways.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
been doing what I've been doing is I've been so for example, I mean this group that I belong to,
Hmm.
we get together every week
Hmm.
and online on Zoom,
Hmm.
and we do Shakespeare for each other. So,
Wow, that's
right. So
lovely.
because there's a beautiful words and there's beautiful thoughts and his
Mm.
understanding of human connection for an hour or so
Hmm.
we forget about what's around us and we
That is
just
lovely.
talk about, right. So I mean
Hmm.
that kind of stuff. I've there was a script that I had wanted to write and had been
Hmm.
sitting in my head for a few years. I
Hmm.
finished it. I mean, at least the first draft of it, right? So I
Yay!
know.
Yay,
Yes,
you!
yes, I know.
Wow.
uh, we've other friends of mine who've been writing, we've been like, we have been reading each other's work and giving each other input and all of it. So I have tried to, well, if I can say this, uh, try to do more intellectual pursuits as if I was one.
That's a lot of pressure on the rest of us.
But at
Oh
least
my God.
and on myself, saying that it's an intellectual pursuit. But
Oh,
anyhow,
wow.
so
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff that I've been doing.
Hmm.
I've done that. I've tried to also make sure that I connect with people
Hmm.
that might think that I'm not thinking about them.
Hmm.
It's always nice to get a text from someone that you haven't talked to in a while, and if you
Hmm.
tell them that they're in your prayers,
Tell me you
and
were
that you're
happy to
thinking
see
about
my
them.
text.
Yes, I was. Most certainly was. So yeah, I mean that's the kind of stuff that I've been doing. I go for runs. I try to do stuff like that rather than just getting so stuck to
Hmm.
the TV, whether it's
Yeah.
the news or whether it's
Hmm.
like some other series, because those things will come back.
Yeah, of course they will. Of course.
So I'm trying to use my time in a different way.
Yeah, that's really good to know. And also that has added a lot of pressure to the rest of us, the mere mortals who are
Yes,
trying to binge watch our favorite shows again. So very embarrassed by
get on
this.
it.
Very embarrassed by it now.
uh,
by my non-intellectual pursuits. People just want to watch Money
No, no.
Heist.
Look. And people are gonna like go crazy because I'm gonna say this, but I've never watched a single episode of Game of Thrones. I know, I'm guilty,
Okay.
right?
That's okay. I
And
mean,
I was like,
it's nah, I'm not judging. It's okay.
okay, yeah. Well,
Last season
I
wasn't
can see
that
you
great
judging,
anyway.
but that's okay. Yes, but that's all right too. But my
I was
point is that
surprised.
I was like, you know what?
That was my surprise face. It was my judgment face. So like, my judgment face like so it's more of like I'm
Right.
surprised, but okay, cool. What works for you?
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna like sit down and watch all seasons of it.
Yeah.
I still haven't done it. I'm not saying that I might not get there. I might
Hmm.
get there. Uh,
Hmm.
and I had intended to get there, but that's not how things worked out for me.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's
whatever.
fine. I mean, don't worry about it because I mean, well, there's so many people who haven't watched it and their lives are fine. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
okay, tell me about what was on hold, what is on hold rather, and what do you plan to do? I mean, obviously, there's going to be a new normal, which is going to not be the same as it was before.
Right.
The world has just completely changed on its axis, flipped on its axis rather. So
Right.
but tell me what you were working on before, because I think we haven't chatted for a while. So
Yeah.
just like catch me up, tell me what's been going on
Well,
and what were you working on.
so what was I working on? A few things.
Hmm.
I had done an animated movie called Lamia's Poem,
Mm-hmm.
which is about a Syrian refugee girl who
Wow.
meets Rumi
Hmm.
uh, in her dreams,
Okay.
and they're both the same age. Anyway, so
Oh.
it's a beautiful story.
Okay.
So I did that, which I was very excited about. I
Hmm.
also did in Pakistan. I acted in and was one of the producers. There were five of us, but
Hmm.
a movie called The Window, uh,
Mm-hmm.
which is about the atrocities sometimes that women go through in the rural areas in Pakistan because
Mm.
of all the pressures and because of the systems that we have
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's not based on one particular story, but it's
Mm-hmm.
based on the writers and the directors uh, brought together different headlines and tried to make a story out of it. So it's,
Okay.
so it's that.
Okay.
So that's, so that should go into editing soon.
Mm.
There was another wonderful movie that was almost, well, which was going to this festival South by Southwest called I'll Meet You There, which is directed and written by Iram Parveen Bilal, who is also
I
a
know Iram
Pakistani
Praveen. Yeah,
American.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, of
Iram, yeah,
course.
so
Yeah.
we were doing that, which
Oh,
is a
lovely.
story about a Pakistani American Chicago cop
Hmm.
that I play, who's raising his daughter by himself,
Oh,
and
wow.
then his father comes, who's estranged from. So anyway, so those were the things that I was working on. There was a shoot that we were supposed to do in April
Hmm.
for a movie called The Martial Artist,
Hmm.
which is now on hold
Of
until this thing
course.
passes, and we'll
Of
see what
course.
happens. So there were things that we were
There were
working on.
things you were working
There were
on.
things,
Hmm.
and hopefully they'll come back. I don't know
They
in
will,
what
of
form,
course. Of
and then
course.
how we do it, we'll see.
Of course, that'll happen, and
Yeah,
they will. I
yeah,
mean, they'll take time, of course, but they
yeah.
will
They do,
happen.
they do.
Farhan, I just want also you. I also want you to like talk about as an artist. What is your take on when you share things on social media? I mean, what's your thought process? And I've been asking this question also, along with the kindness question. I've been asking this question as well, that when people share something good that they're doing, right? They've helped a neighbor, or they've
Right,
done something, maybe they're distributing rations for the daily wage workers. As you know, in Pakistan and India, there's so many daily wage workers which are
right,
which now don't have, they can't just be like
right.
I mean, staying home for them is a luxury. So
Yeah.
I want to know what your take on it is, that when people post that, do they believe that they're doing a good thing, or then, because there are a lot of detractors that say that, oh, you're just doing it for self promotion and all of that. So what's your take on this? Do you think that people should post? Do you think that it's okay to post, or people should just be quiet about it and not do anything? And
Look,
because these actors have like very massive social media reaches.
yeah. Look, I mean, I think it all depends on your intention,
Okay. Okay.
and only you know what your true intention is.
True.
I mean,
Mm.
I don't know when I post something. Only
Mm.
I know what my true intention is.
Mm.
And I would suggest, I mean, I mean, a lot of people have millions of followers and all of
Yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
they can use that platform
Yeah.
to inform people,
Yeah.
to bring some unity, to bring
Mm.
some kindness, to bring
Mm.
some thought,
Mm.
do thought provoking things. I mean, I don't know why other people are doing it.
Mm.
I only can hope
Mm.
that they're doing the purest and the best place in their heart, and
Okay.
not worrying about, oh, this will get me like, so many followers, and therefore that will happen. You know what?
Yeah.
That hasn't been my focus. You can tell by my social media. Whatever I have is what I have, right?
Yeah.
But that's not when I post.
Mm.
I usually post when I feel really driven
Mm.
by something, or when
Mm.
something has really affected me, and
Mm.
and I hope that people take it in that
Mm.
it's not for my popularity, it's not
Mm.
to bring attention to myself.
Mm.
I hope that that's not how it reads.
Okay.
I've put some videos and stuff, like little things on Instagram and all that, but they're
Mm.
mostly about what I'm feeling, or
Mm.
how what I feel that I should be doing. So
Mm.
it's not a judgment on anybody else.
Mm. It's just
It's
basically about
basically
you. Yeah.
it's about me. It's about me.
Mm. Mm.
I'm not like somebody who posts every 2 minutes, like I just I had an itch in my ear, therefore everybody should see. Right? I mean, I'm not that guy.
You're
so,
not a compulsive
so
poster.
I am not a no. I'm the exact opposite. But you know what?
Mm.
There are moments when we can use this medium
Mm.
and the media
Mm.
uh, to have that conversation, and I would
Mm.
love to have that conversation.
Mm.
So mostly it's about that,
Mm.
and hopefully, I try to post things which I hope gives others hope
Hmm.
that, you know what, this might look dismal
Hmm.
and today might not be the best day,
Hmm.
but things can change. So that's
Things can
that's my
definitely
approach
change.
to it. So I'm not gonna worry about why other people are posting. Who knows why they're posting? And if
Yeah.
they're posting to get more followers, then shame on them. At this moment, exactly. I'm going to be
Yeah.
very honest about that.
Yeah. No,
do it
that's true.
do it yeah, I mean, there are
Yeah.
moments, there are times, yeah,
Yeah.
post to get more followers if that's what you needed, but this is not that time,
This is
so
not that.
don't
I mean,
do it for
definitely
that.
don't
This is not
use
that time.
this. Don't use this at least.
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
No,
no.
I
Yeah.
agree with you. Thank you so much, Farhan, for your time and for your lovely thoughts. I think it's so good to hear such positivity in
Well, thank
times
you.
of no. This was like really good to. You have such a good vibe. I don't know how you're managing
Oh,
it,
thank you.
but you're.
I don't. It's all an act. It's
It's the
all an act.
Shakespeare.
I'm an actor.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's the Shakespeare. I'm telling you, it's the Shakespeare. All world's a
Maybe.
stage. Then, yeah.
I know. I know. All right.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
And
you for giving us your time. We really hope that you continue with all your positive thoughts, and we hope to see you on screen soon.
inshallah, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You have
Thank
a
you.
good day.
Bye. You too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.